This is Young, Wild and Free coming in live. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a bus ride across country all night till we saw the sunrise over Byron Bay? Man, that was a good day. Now I don't really know why it's taken me so long to put these words into a song about the days when we were younger. Well, I guess I got something to say. Better say it before it's too late. Oh, oh, oh.
Hi, I'm Lisa Harrison and I'm here for Real People of the Sunshine Coast. We are really excited today to have Andrea Kirwin join us, who's been working with Katie Noonan on the School of Rock at Umundi School of Rock, doing some amazing things with our youth. But we want to know today a little bit about Andrea, how she's got to where she's gotten to, and maybe she's got some tips for those who might want to be going down the songwriter path.
My songwriting journey started when I was 21 years old, and I was at uni, Australian National University in Canberra, studying law, and I just thought, okay, this is my lot in life. My mum wanted me to be a lawyer. She's Fijian, so she had quite strong beliefs and opinions on, independence and get a good job, and so you can look after yourself. So she said I should do law, so I didn't have any other better ideas. So
You do?
Yeah, I did 4 years of a law degree, and I got invited to go to a gig at the ANU bar and see Claire Bowditch and the Feeding Set, which is a Melbourne artist. Claire's amazing, and it was my first kind of introduction to songwriting and original music, and I just fell in love with the whole concept and talked to Claire after the show, which she probably doesn't remember because lots of people talk to her, but
yeah,
I just fell in love with the idea that you could just write simple songs and have a wonderful band to back you up. So I started writing that night when I was 21. I formed a band with a whole bunch of friends, housemates, ballooned out to all of our friends. I think the most we ever had on stage was 17 people for a gig, and we bought a bus and we toured up the East Coast, booking festivals. I had no idea what I was doing, so I didn't book any accommodation or anything. We'd just do shows, meet people after the gig and say, could we sleep in your lounge room, or sleep outside in tents, and play the Woodford Folk Festival, Worm Adelaide. Before, I'm from Townsville originally, and I didn't have mentors to look up to. Like, I looked up to people like Alicia Keys or Whitney Houston, and but they were a completely different pop culture, record label culture, whereas when I got into
almost
recording,
unrealistic.
It's like
just
wait for a record label to come pluck you from your house in Townsville. And so I just thought to myself, once I saw Claire Bowditch, I was like, that's the vibe. My mum's a church minister from Fiji, so we've got gospel roots. So that's always underlying my music as well. I did have a lot of anxiety after my first band broke up, because I had surrounded myself with so many musicians. Playing solo was really daunting to me. My first kind of year here, performing at open mics and just trying new material, but it wasn't until I actually got a job as a dog trainer for a local charity, and just was working 9 to 5 with animals, and I love dogs, and that kind of took away a lot of my stage anxiety, was working with animal videos. My second album, I got a grant from the Sunshine Coast Council, a RADF grant of $6,000 to help me.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah, so that paid for 1/3 of the album. They're pretty expensive to make. So the second album, I played with some band members that I'd been rehearsing with, so that album feels more kind of natural to me.
Okay, yeah.
And my third album, I put that one out in 2017, and during that year before that, I'd been busking a lot in Berkelo Books, the bookstore in Umundi, with the way that music is sold as entertainment these days. You get that feeling of surprise, and then it goes away so quickly. So music is kind of losing its value in that way. Like, we don't connect with music that easily. It doesn't easily surprise us because, you flick the channel, there's other people performing, and your eyebrows are already as far up as they can go, so then they can only go down from that point. So I just decided to do an album called A Quiet Revolution, which was just about bringing it back to me playing solo and my sister backing up on ukulele and some vocals too. My experience of the industry was that people didn't really cooperate. It felt kind of competitive at the time. Whereas I think nowadays there's a lot more support, and there's women in music events. Like there's a festival coming up called Space Girls, which is all female acts. So there's a lot more support there, which wasn't there when I started about 12 years ago. I went to a turn-up music event, I think it was 2015, and Dennis Dunstan was a keynote speaker, and he used to manage Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah.
So he's based in Noosa, and he talked about how, if you want to make it in the industry, don't move to Sydney, don't move to Melbourne because it's oversaturated. Just gig in your town, and if you can sell out a theatre for $20 tickets and it's sold out, people will start coming to look for you. So that's what I put my head down and I went, all right, I'm going to see how many gigs I can actually do. And I think for the last 3 years I've played over 300 shows a year. But Dennis Dunstan's words really stuck with me, and same with Bill Horitz, the festival director at Woodford Folk Festival, said, don't make your passion your livelihood and then get anxiety because you're not making enough money. Get a job and then keep fueling your passion, and then it will. That's basically what I did with the dog training. You just work and you invest, and then over time it'll just supersede working 9 to 5. So that's what happened to me. And now I teach other people that. I'm doing mentoring sessions, and as well as the School of Rock. My bass player, OJ Newcomb, who runs a studio called Yamanui in Keel Mountain, just 10 minutes from here. He started the School of Rock with Katie Noonan, and he's been on tour with John Butler, doing Europe and the US.
Wow.
So,
and he's living 10 minutes from here.
So he
So
asked,
cool.
he asked if I'd come and teach, and so I kind of took over. I know how much he supported the school, so I've really tried to help with the fundraising. So it's a 10-week program, and it runs every year. It's in its 4th year. And basically put the call out for kids to audition, so they have to have some prior musical knowledge. 20 kids are chosen, and then they learn a repertoire of 10 Australian songs.
Okay.
And then they put on a concert, which is coming up on the 24th of August.
24th of August.
Yeah,
so,
Saturday.
Yeah, so there's still tickets available if people want to come?
There's still tickets available if people want to come along. And basically, Katie Noonan will be performing. The kids will be performing in their bands, and then the show band, which is made up of kids that did the program last year.
Oh, right.
So they've had a whole year to get their chops up and things, and they're performing as well. And then also they have a headline act each year. So this year it's Mufasa and the Pride, which is an 8-piece soul roots reggae band.
Really cool.
So the kids will be joining them as well.
Right.
So for these 8, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, they kind of see, oh, this is what we've been working towards, this is what it looks like, this is what it feels like. And then they're playing with bands that do it full time as well, so they can kind of go, all right, I want to play music. So they can start at such a young age, get really proficient and good at their instrument, and then there's so many avenues where they can earn a really good income.
Yeah, absolutely.
And especially here on the Sunshine Coast, because there's so much opportunity because of the tourism. And the council, like I probably do a council event once a fortnight.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so there's always something, like Horizon Festival's on at the moment.
Well, that's an amazing story, and thank you so much for sharing it with us, Andrea. We're so excited to have you here and supporting our kids with their music aspirations, and if we can support you anyway.
Just come to the community events and just be a part of it. If you want to come and have a good time and just see what it's all about, just follow my Facebook page, and I've always got community events on there, and live music events, things you can get along to, and just go out and support live music where you can.
Absolutely, great advice. Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
Now I don't really know why it's taken me so long to put these words into